to heat this and to infuse. Because when you're doing milk products, you have to make sure that you don't overcook it or you will burn your milk. Keeping you company well. All right. Blast that joint for me too. So I'm just going to shove that back in there and let all this stuff melt. And while this stuff's melting, I'm going to get my raw material out. So this way everybody can see what we're working on here. I'm going to move this right out of the way. Okay, so my thermometer is sitting at 196 degrees, which is a good infusion point to not burn anything. So, today's raw product is Willie Nelson. And I just pulled it out of the freezer, so it's going to be quite chilly. And there is a bunch of keef in this stuff. So, this is, yeah, look at the keef. That's all the keef that's just coming off of the flour that I pulled out. So it's all the trichomes coming out because I froze it really good. So there's the raw product. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, it smells amazing. Amazing. So while those are warming up, you're going to want to make sure that you do stir them a little bit. And then we're going to measure out our raw product for what we're going to infuse. Okay, so I am going to infuse both of these with 1.5 ounces of cannabis. So, anybody? How many ounces are in, or how many grams is in an ounce? Anybody? 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 It's a big number. I believe it's 32. Am I right? My brain doesn't always work appropriately, so I have to look it up sometimes. But I believe it's 32, because it's 16 ounces in a pound. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Oh, 28 grams. I was 4 off. Okay, so that's 28 grams. Good thing I looked it up. I was close, but not quite. 28. Oh, see, you guys are great. 28.2 is actually right. Very good. So, I'm going to go. Okay, here's 28.6. And then I need to add the half, which would be 14.2 or 14.1. An interesting infusion. So this is what I'm going. Yeah, smokers do know. This is, and you know, normally I do know it. I call it chemo fog because I lose the information. I know it, but when I get put on the spot, when I put myself on the spot, I can never remember to save my life. So that's why I always look things up and make sure, because I want to make sure I'm right. So this one's actually going to infuse into the butter, but it is still pretty solid. But since we're infusing the butter and the milk with the same amount, I'm going to start adding this to my milk product. Into this milk, and it's going to be thick. It's going to be very, very thick. Yep, chemo brain, that's exactly what it is. If you've ever had it, it sucks. So now I'm just going to get this in here a little bit more, and then put it back on the heat. I might actually have to add a little more milk to that process, which is fine. Because you can always use it, I can use the extra milk in coffee. So there are other things that you can do with the infused milk. And infused milk in coffee with your creamer and stuff is really good. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Now, once you get it all good and mixed up, go ahead and pull that top back off. It's not ready to infuse yet. Still have to wait for the butter to soften more. So we're going to go ahead and wait out some more for the butter. Okay, so now we have our cannabis measured out for our butter. Now most of this is trim with some buds thrown in that we've ground up in there. So this is going to go in our cup of butter. I don't understand the language. Sorry. So, this is my leftover material that I will be infusing into, what are we doing next? Oh, some honey. We're getting some raw honey, and we're going to infuse the honey next. So that'll be a lot of fun. Just adding a little more milk. So, and then make sure that you keep an eye on your thermostat. If your ingredients get too hot, you will burn them. If you overcook the cannabis, taste really bad. So. And it looks like I'll be adding water a few times. So, all we're going to do at this point now is we're going to let this stuff start boiling. Oh, there's a big material in here. Let's go ahead and pour this material in. Okay, so be careful, the jar is hot. Okay, then we're just going to take this, put it back into the water, and let it cook. Do make sure that you untap them after you're done shaking or working with them. If you don't, it will blow up on you. I have seen it happen. So that's all we do. I'm going to let this stuff cook for an hour, and then I'll come back on and show you guys what we have. So that's all there is for now.